Shadows in the Desert, an introduction to Skinwalkers. The Arizona desert holds many secrets, ancient and dark, whispered around campfires, passed down through generations. Among these, one stands out, the legend of the Skinwalkers. These aren't your typical folklore creatures. They're real. At least that's what the Navajo believe. Skinwalkers are witches, but not the kind you're thinking of. These are Navajo witches, with powers beyond imagination. They can change their shape at will, become animals, or even other people. It's a terrifying thought. Someone you know could be something else, something sinister. The origins of Skinwalkers are shrouded in mystery, cloaked in fear. They were once normal Navajo people, but they wanted more. They craved power, immortality. Now they roam the land. The night is their domain. The story of Skinwalkers isn't new. It's as old as the Navajo themselves, passed down through oral tradition, whispered from elder to child, a warning, a caution against the darkness that lurks in human hearts, the evil that can consume a person, transform them into something inhuman. These tales speak of a time before, when the world was younger, when magic still flowed freely through the land. The Navajo knew of this power, respected it, feared it, but some wanted to harness it, to use it for their own gain. They delved into forbidden knowledge, practiced dark arts, and in doing so, they unleashed something terrible upon the world. The elders say that Skinwalkers were born from this pursuit of power, this hunger for the unnatural. They crossed a line, broke taboos. The power of a Skinwalker is not to be underestimated. Their abilities are the stuff of nightmares. They can change their shape at will, become any animal they choose, a coyote, an owl, a wolf, even a bear. But it's not just animals. They can take human form too, become someone you know, someone you trust, but there's always something off, something not quite right. Their appearance is disfigured, twisted, as if the evil within can't be fully contained. Their movements are unnatural, jerky, like a puppet on strings. And their eyes are the windows to their true nature, cold, predatory, inhuman. Their voice is another giveaway. It sounds strange, hollow, as if coming from somewhere else. They can mimic the voices of others, your loved ones. The transformation into a Skinwalker isn't an accident. It's a choice, a dark, terrible choice. These individuals were once normal Navajo people, with families, friends, lives, but something changed. They became consumed by a desire, a hunger for power, for immortality, and they were willing to pay any price to achieve it. The path to becoming a Skinwalker is paved with unspeakable acts. It begins with the study of forbidden knowledge, ancient evil magic, rituals that should never be performed. The aspiring Skinwalker delves deeper and deeper into this darkness, losing their humanity bit by bit, until they reach a point of no return. The final step is the most horrific, the most unforgivable. To complete their transformation, they must perform a demonic ritual, a human sacrifice. Section 5. Blood Sacrifice, the ultimate betrayal. The moment of transformation is a scene of unimaginable horror. Picture it, a hidden cave, deep in the desert, far from prying eyes. The aspiring Skinwalker has prepared for this moment, for years, maybe decades. Everything is ready, the symbols are drawn, the chants memorized. But one thing remains, the sacrifice. They bring their victim, someone they once loved, a sibling, a parent, even a child. The victim is confused, scared. They don't understand what's happening, why their loved one is acting this way. The betrayal in their eyes is heart-wrenching, but the aspiring Skinwalker is beyond such emotions now. They've come too far to turn back. The ritual begins. Ancient words are spoken, words that should never be uttered by human tongues. The air grows heavy, oppressive, as if the very fabric of reality is being torn. The knife is raised, glinting in the firelight. And then... Section 6. Faces of deception, mimicry, and manipulation. One of the most terrifying aspects of Skinwalkers is their ability to deceive, to manipulate. They're master mimics, able to take on the appearance of others with frightening accuracy. Imagine seeing a loved one approaching, someone you trust completely, only to realize too late that it's not them at all. It's something else, something wearing their face. But it's not just appearance they can mimic. They can copy voices too, with chilling precision. They might call out to you, using the voice of your child, your spouse, your best friend, luring you into danger, into their trap. It's a cruel trick, playing on our deepest instincts, our love for those close to us. Yet there are always signs, if you know what to look for. The eyes might be wrong, too cold, too predatory. The movements might be off. Section 7. The Eerie Whistle in the Night. There's a sound that strikes fear into the hearts of those who know. A sound that can freeze the blood in your veins. The eerie whistle of a skinwalker. It carries for miles across the desert, echoing off canyon walls, drifting through the piñon pines. A sound that doesn't belong, that shouldn't exist in our world. Some say it's a hunting call, a way for skinwalkers to communicate with each other, to coordinate their attacks. Others believe it's a way to strike fear into their victims, to paralyze them with terror before moving in for the kill. Whatever its purpose, one thing is certain. If you hear that whistle, you're in danger. The whistle is described differently by different people. Some say it's high-pitched, like the cry of an eagle, but wrong. Distorted. Others claim it's low and mournful, like the howl of a wolf, but with an underlying tone of malice. Whatever it sounds like, all agree on one thing. Section 8. Guardians of the Land, Predators of the Innocent. The relationship between skinwalkers and the land is complex, paradoxical. On one hand, they're seen as protectors, guardians of Navajo Territory. They fiercely defend their lands from outsiders, from those who would desecrate sacred sites or exploit the resources of the desert. In this role, they're almost revered. A dark force, yes, but one that serves a purpose. But there's another side to them, a darker side. They're predators, hunters of the innocent. They prey on their own people, on travelers who stray too far from the beaten path, on those who don't respect the old ways, the old beliefs. In this aspect, they're feared, hated, seen as monsters that need to be destroyed. This duality makes skinwalkers all the more terrifying. You never know which face they'll present. Section 9. The Skinwalkers Domain, Navajo Territory. The territory of the Skinwalkers is vast, spanning across Arizona, Utah, and Colorado. It's a land of stark beauty, of red rock canyons and endless skies, of ancient pueblos and sacred mountains. But beneath this beauty lies a darker reality. This is Skinwalker country, their hunting ground, their domain. The Navajo Nation is the largest Native American reservation in the United States. Over 27,000 square miles of land, much of it remote, isolated, the perfect hunting ground for creatures that prefer to stay hidden, that thrive in the shadows. In the vast emptiness of the desert, who would hear your screams? Certain areas are known to be skinwalker hotspots, places where sightings are more frequent, where strange occurrences are more common. The Lukachukai Mountains in Arizona, the San Juan River in Utah, the Mesa Verde in Colorado. These places are beautiful, awe-inspiring. Section 10. Encounters with the Unnatural. The stories of skinwalker encounters are numerous and chilling. Each one a glimpse into a world we'd rather not believe exists. A world where the lines between natural and supernatural blur, where the impossible becomes terrifyingly possible. These stories are passed down, whispered around campfires, shared in hushed tones, warnings to the unwary. One common tale speaks of a woman driving alone at night. She sees a hitchhiker on the side of the road. An old woman, looks harmless enough. She stops to give her a ride, but as they drive, she notices something odd. The old woman's legs. They're backwards. She's sitting normally, but her knees bend the wrong way. The driver, terrified, speeds up, tries to lose her passenger. But when she looks in the rearview mirror, the old woman is gone, vanished, only to appear again, running alongside the car, keeping pace effortlessly, even at 60 miles per hour. Another story tells of a man camping in the desert. He wakes in the middle of the night, hears something outside his tent. Peeking out, he sees a coyote, but something's wrong. The coyote is walking on its hind legs like a man,